I've got a very boring name. It's Aaron James Finch. I'm from Colac, which is about 2 hours west of Melbourne. I think it's a pretty smallish country town, so there wasn't a hell of a lot to do there as a youngster except play sport, I suppose, and spend times with your friends. And most of my family still live back there, so it's a place I enjoy getting back to quite a bit. I've got 2 older brothers and a younger sister. They both don't live there anymore. One's in Brisbane, one's in Geelong. Recently married with a kid as well, so I've become an uncle for the first time, which was nice. And my parents are a pretty working class family. My dad works in the abattoirs, my mum works for the Colac Shire, so it's pretty normal upbringing, I suppose. There's nothing too outstanding, nothing too special there, but we've got a very close family and a family we all get along very well and love it when we're all in the same place. Basically, like most Victorians, it's just cricket in the summer and footy in the winter. Having 2 brothers, for most of my childhood, I think it was very competitive stuff. So there was lots of fights in the backyards and lots of tears over who was batting and who was bowling. And my brother wouldn't kick the footy to me, so I'd have a whinge to mum, and she wouldn't have a bar of it. So you just had to sort it out between yourself. And then my sister, after about 10 years, come along, so she's very good at sport as well, so any chance we got, we'd always make her bowl to us or kick the footy. So I think she's had an upbringing probably not like most girls in the city. I think she's been roped into playing cricket and footy most of her life, and now she plays netball quite well. So yeah, pretty standard family. We used to have a few big dust-ups and a few rocks got thrown at each other, and someone had sabotaged someone else's meal just to get back at them. I wanted to be Gary Ablett to start with. He was my idol when I was growing up. Obviously, the Geelong footballer. He was a legend to me, and I suppose when I grew up, I always wanted to be a cricketer or a footballer. I think I was never really into school too much, so I focused most of my attention on sport, and it was something that I loved doing, and thought one day hopefully I could make a career out of it. But I suppose that was the only real dream when I was growing up. I didn't have too much interest in anything else. I had no idea what I wanted to achieve when I went to school, and luckily at the moment it turned out all right for me. My favourite destination I've ever been would have to be Barcelona. Just hot all the time, beautiful beaches, some nice restaurants, some nice bars. That was a really good place to go. I'd never been to a sort of Spanish culture before, and it's totally different. I think going out to eat dinner at 8 o'clock and no restaurant being open and having to wait till 10:30 or 11 to get a meal was quite difficult, especially for me, who obviously I love my food. So that was a real challenge, but something I'll definitely go back there in a second. I'm a bit of a PlayStation fan. I haven't tried the Xbox or anything like that, but I tend to get stuck on Tiger Woods golf and Formula 1 racing, just the sport games pretty much. But yeah, I'd say I'm a bit of a nerd in that regard. If I got some downtime, I tend to turn on the PlayStation rather than maybe going for a walk like a lot of other people. But I think it's just a way to kill a bit of time. I wouldn't say I'm an addict by any stretch of the imagination. It's a bit of fun though. I love playing golf. That's my favourite thing at the moment, outside of cricket obviously. I love training and playing so much. But golf is my number one hobby outside of cricket. It's a real relaxing sport, I think, when you're going all right. When you're going shocking, it turns on you really badly and turns you into a really angry person. But I suppose playing with Brad Hodge really opens your eyes. He's the nicest guy in the world one minute, and the devil the next minute. He's shocking to play with sometimes. He has the odd dummy spit and throws clubs and kicks the turf and carries on for a while. But apart from golf, I suppose I love coffee. I love drinking good coffee, so hence why I go to the same cafe every day. I am a big movie watcher. I love Will Ferrell, so stupid humour. I love movies like Anchorman and things like that. Outside of comedy, I suppose I like a good action movie. Denzel Washington, I think he's everyone's favourite. He's a legendary actor, and movies like Training Day and what's the other? I can't think of the other one at the moment off the top of my head. But yeah, they're the kind of movies that I enjoy. I'm big on Entourage at the moment though. I'd never watched it. I'd heard a lot about it, and I've finally just got the 7 seasons, and I reckon I've knocked them over in about a week and a half. I love it. I don't even have a dog. I love dogs. We grew up with dogs at home, so I'd love to get one when I finally get enough space to. Hopefully one day I'll find a lovely lady to settle down with, and we can have a family home with a dog. The Royal Children's Hospital appeal is something that's affected my family, I suppose. I had a cousin die of a young age of leukemia, so he spent a lot of time there. So that's a charity that I try to support as much as I can, and I think he was only 5, so for him to miss out on a lot of life through that is unfortunate for our family and his direct family. So that's a charity that I've got a lot of time for, and the great things that they do for kids and families around Australia is fantastic, and I'd like to keep giving to that as much as I can. I don't think I could walk out of the door without my phone. That's a pretty important thing. I've got a 3-pocket touch. You go phone, wallet, keys. So the way I figure it is, if you got your phone, you can call someone to get your keys or your wallet. If you've got a wallet, what can you really do? If you got your keys, you can obviously get into the house to get your phone and wallet, but what if you can't? So I'd say phone, because there's so many things that can be solved on your phone. The other day I was in my bedroom and I think I got home and must have slammed the door or something. So gone to open the door the next morning and it wouldn't open, and I didn't really know what to do. So I've called my housemate and said, "Oh, can you come home and unlock the door? This is my bedroom door. It doesn't even have a lock on it." So I don't know what he was going to do.
So you're stuck in your bedroom?
I'm stuck in my bedroom at 9 o'clock. Lucky I didn't have to be anywhere, and I couldn't really think of a way to get out. So I put it out there on Twitter and got a few responses, people telling me what to do, and I was in there for maybe an hour, and in the end I'd just given up. I thought, I can't get out. It's a two-story drop to the ground below, so I couldn't jump. I thought, if my housemate comes home, he can't even do anything. He's got a job, mind you, so I don't think he's going to be rushing home to help me out. So I just sort of sat on my bed and I thought, well, I could just go back to bed. Like, I've got nothing else to do anyway. So I ended up getting out by jamming a coat hanger in there and wiggling it and got it open. And then I got out of bed and I thought, well, what am I doing out of bed? I've got nothing to do. I was just sitting on the couch doing nothing. So once I got out, it was boring. So it was more fun being locked in there and trying to find a way to get out. I think I'm like MacGyver.